So as we start, we're generally going to be starting our classes doing some breath work. So I'm introducing new techniques each week, and then we'll go back, and you might find that there are some that you really get on well with and some that you don't, which is completely normal. So the first part is to just get yourself comfortable. So if you want to lean against a sofa or something, that's absolutely fine. You don't have to sit cross-legged, as I say. Just sit quite comfortably, but try and get yourself into a position where you're not adding any stress. So if you are trying to sit cross-legged and it's really uncomfortable, get yourself, and your knees are here, you'll be holding lots of tension around here, which is what we don't want. So you can get cushions or blocks or pillows and just allow your knees to rest, so it can just take that tension away from your body. The same as sitting upright, you might find that that is like really uncomfortable. So allowing yourself to lean against some pillows or a sofa or something, you just takes that tension away from your body. So this week we're going to do a balancing breath called alternate nostril breathing. So we inhale in, if you have got a cold or a really snotty nose, you might want to grab a tissue, or you might just want to follow the rhythm of the breath if you can't breathe through one of your nostrils. So the whole point of this balancing breath is that we bring in the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere of the brain. We're balancing ourselves out. So you're not going from like your rest and digest nervous system to your fight and flight. So we're really trying to balance everything out, and by doing that we're going to inhale in through one nostril, out through the other, in, out. So it's like a little loop. So to do it, you bring your right hand, you can rest your first two fingers in between your forehead, or you can tuck your fingers in. Your thumb is going to cover your right nostril, your ring finger is going to cover your left. They're just hovering there at the moment. So your first inhale is going to be in through the right. So what we'll just do a practice run. You close off the left, just gently, not forcing your nose, just gently close the nostril, inhale in through the right. You close off the right, open up the left, exhale out through the left. Then we're going to inhale in through the left, close off, open the right, exhale out through the right. And then the loop goes from there. Now we're going to try and do it for the 4 seconds of inhale and exhale. Don't let it panic you, because then that just releases more adrenaline into your body, which is not what we're trying to achieve here. We're trying to calm you down, but the slowness of that inhale and exhale will calm everything down. So it might be that you can just do 2 seconds each side first, and then gradually come into that 4 seconds. So we'll do a few cycles of this, following a sound of 4 seconds. So bring that hand up, get ready, and you're going to start to close off that left, and then inhale in through the right, close off the right, open the left, exhale out through the left, inhale in through the left, close off the left, open the right, exhale out through the right. Inhale in, close off the right, exhale out through the left. Inhale in through the left, close off, exhale out through the right. Inhale in, you might find that one side's clearer than the other. Exhale out. Hopefully this will clear it and balance it. Inhaling in, and just find your own rhythm. Exhale out. Just bring that attention and focus on your breath. Keep it going if you can. Just feeling that sensation trying to bring that balance, trying to slow that breath down. I want you to exhale out of that right nostril and then bring your hand to your lap when you've finished. And then clearly inhale in through both and exhale out through both. So trying to bring that even breath in through both nostrils. Panicked by this. 4 seconds, just do what you can, just count in your head, build that focus. One more inhale in, exhale out, and then just allow your breath to find its own rhythm, but just trying to take note as well. Are you breathing just at the top? Do you automatically want to open your mouth? Just be aware and acknowledge what your body wants to do. We tend to get to that panic state and then breathe erratically. So it's just about acknowledging that state, recognizing what's going on and still trying to maintain that calmness. So it's almost like fighting that urge to open your mouth or breathe quickly, just bringing that attention and awareness to your breath. And then you're just going to reach your arms up overhead, sitting up nice and tall. Bring that right hand by that right hip, left arm up and over. Take a nice inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to go over to the left hand down, right arm up and over. One more each side, so up and over to the right, over to the left, and then come back to centre, gently twisting round to the right, so bring your right hand behind you, left hand to right knee, as you twist your upper body round. Trying not to yank your neck round, just using your heart as a bit of a guide to just try and draw your heart round. And then come round for a counter twist, so left hand behind you, right hand to left knee. I have to think of my left and rights and it gets all complicated. And then come back to centre. Interlace your hands, and then you're just going to push your hands forward and then push into the arches of your back. So your shoulder blades, so just push, and then you're going to turn your palms out and reach your arms up as if you're trying to lift your heart through. Again, bring your palms so that they're facing you, push into your shoulders, and then reach those arms up, lift that heart up. One more, palms facing you, pushing away, and then palms out, lifting that heart, really trying to reach out your shoulder blades. And then release your hands, come into your tabletop position. So your shoulders over your wrists. Now I'm struggling with my anatomy. And then hips over your knees. Hopefully you can see all there. Come a bit closer. And all we're going to do here is we're just going to dip our hips a little bit down to the right. So staying in this tabletop position, but you're just going to push your hips over to the right, sweep your bum round and up to the left. So you're just literally circling your hips. So it's almost like you're drawing your bum towards your heels and then sweeping them round. And then change direction. So drop them down to the left, reaching it round. And then you might want to put a bit more weight in your wrists, You might want to draw that weight forward. There's literally no right or wrong. You're just moving your body as it wants to be moved. But trying to change direction, not going with that comfortable, maybe explore, change direction. And then coming back. And then we're just going to like put a bit more weight into our wrists. So we're just almost circling our chest around, just to warm those wrists up, changing direction. And then come back to that straight back. Careful and conscious that you're not allowing the baby to pull your tummy down to, so your pelvis is tipped. You want this flat back. So here, shoulders over wrists. You're going to push into your shoulder blade. So you're arching your back, drawing your chin to your chest. Allowing yourself to breathe. Don't hold your breath. And then come to a flat back. Careful that you're not putting all of that weight into one wrist and then the other. Again, push in to the arch. So it's that cat position. And then come to that flat back. Then you're going to draw your heels into your bottom, still trying to keep that flat back. And then flatten your feet, push in to your shoulders. Come to that neutral position, hips over knees still. Walk your hands forward to come into that puppy pose. So it's that melting that chest down into the mat. Allowing that chest to open. You might be in a position where you can rest that forehead, or you might just be hovering, feeling quite tight in your shoulders. So it doesn't matter where you are, just try and find that nice sort of feeling of a stretch as you're in it. And then draw that attention and focus onto your breath, slowing it down. And then slowly walking your hands up, coming, bringing your bum onto your heels so you're sitting on your heels. Interlace your hands behind your back, draw them down the centre, again opening up our hearts, our chest, our shoulders. And then you're going to bring your hands to nestle into that right hip. And then you're going to drop that right ear to that right shoulder. And then bring that head up and over to that left ear, go towards that left shoulder. Up, back to centre. Turn. Bring those hands down, centre of your back again, as you draw them down. And then you're going to find that little space on your left hip. So you're nestling your hands clasped. Bring that right ear to that right shoulder. Everything's super slowly, because you don't want to be yanking your body into any kind of position. So it's all done with thought. And then left ear up and over. Feel that stretch, that right side. Coming back up to centre. You're going to bring your hands behind you and you're just going to lift your knees up. So we're stretching almost the tops of our feet. So you don't have to bring your knees up far, but you're just leaning back, bringing your knees up. I mean, I've just got a few cracks in my feet, so it might find this is really weird and uncomfortable, but just a little bit of a stretch the front of those feet. Bring those hands forward, back to that tabletop position, making sure that your hips are over your knees, shoulders are over your wrists. Bring that right knee out to the side and circle it. So open up our hips. Try and do everything super slowly and with your breath. So as we move quickly, our breath moves quickly, then our thoughts are quicker. Reverse, so draw that knee back, bring it round to the side. So we're not in any rush. Again, think about that weight in your wrists. Kickstand that foot out to the side, reach those arms up. Slide that right hand down that right leg, bring that left arm up and over. Keeping it in that side stretch. Up and over to the left. So you can either keep your hand on your hip here, reach that right arm up and over, or bring your hand to the floor. Pushing that hand away, pushing that foot away. Coming up and over to the right. Bringing that left arm up. Feeling that stretch all the way down that left side. Really trying to think about breathing into that space. Up and over to the left. Right arm up and over. Bring yourself back up to centre. Dropping those hands down. You're going to keep that leg straight and sweep it up behind you. Here, if you can, start to try and lift this left hand. If you don't have the balance, you can flip these toes on the left foot or just lift your hand up. If not, try and reach your hand forward and your leg behind you, so it's one nice long line. And as much as baby bump is going to allow you, you're going to try and draw your knee towards your elbow. So it don't have to meet, obviously, but you're just trying to create a little bit of a twist and then slide it back out. Again, think about that weight in that wrist. Draw that elbow into the knee and then glide it back out. If you're struggling with the balance, you can just keep that hand and that foot lifted. One more, elbow into knee, and then gliding it back out. Staying here. You're going to take this left hand to try and come to the top right hand corner of your mat. You're going to try and take that foot to the bottom left hand corner of your mat. Wobbling around all over the place, don't worry, just go super slowly, test the waters. You're going to swap corners. Take this left hand towards the top left, right foot to the bottom right hand corner. Back to centre. Drop that hand, drop that knee. Good work. Left knee out to the side, circling it. Again, super slowly, no rush. Change direction, draw that knee back, open it out to the side. Thinking about that breath as well. Then you're going to kickstand that foot out to the side. Bring yourself up, reach those arms up nice and tall. Left hand down that left leg. Right arm up and over. Creating a side stretch rather than folding forward. Come over to the other side, so dropping that hand either onto the floor or on your hip. Up and over to the left, reaching that right arm. Again, think about breathing into that space. We think literally that our chest just moves forward and back, side and back. So over to the right, left arm up and over. Bringing yourself back up to centre. You're going to keep your hands down, back to that tabletop position. Sweep that left leg straight up behind you. Flip your toes if you need to. You're going to try and lift that right hand up. You can reach it up right in front of you. If you flip those toes, that can give you a bit of balance. Try and draw that elbow towards that knee, not worrying about the meeting. You're just moving and then reaching out. 2 more in your own time. Or you could just be holding that balance. And then staying there. You're going to try and take that right hand towards the top left hand corner of the mat. Foot to the bottom right. So we're just testing our balance. Then change direction. direction. So this hand's going to go towards the top right, foot towards the bottom left, and then come back to centre. Drop that hand, drop that knee. Bring your knees wide, feet together, and come into your child's pose. So you're sinking your bum. Should be plenty of room for baby. As you walk your hands forward, allow that breath to slow down. You might be able to rest your head on the mat. You can always pull a jumper in to rest your head. And then just walk that left hand towards the left hand side of the mat. And then you're going to bring the right hand to rest on top of that left hand. Keep your bum over your heels and feel that stretch down that right side. And like I said at the beginning, try and position yourself so that you're not creating any tension anywhere else in your body. So if this does not feel right, find a position that you can keep your bottom half the same and still enjoy the pose. Start to take your hands over to the right, so the right hand is towards the right edge of that mat, left hand on top of right. You're thinking about melting that chest down here as well. As you allow that breath to slow down. Feel that stretch. You might find that you need to walk your hands further or closer back towards the centre. So listen to your body. Even though I'm instructing you to do one thing, you need to listen to your body. If it does not feel right, coming back to centre. Lifting that weight up. You're going to flip your toes. Walk your hands towards your knees and lift your bottom up so that you're in a little bit of a forward fold. So your knees can be as bent here, they can be wide, as if you're drawing towards, tummy towards your thighs. You're slowly going to curl yourself up. Reaching those arms up overhead. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw your hands to heart centre. Just take a moment to look at your feet. Try and position them underneath your hips here. Really think about spreading your toes out, dropping your shoulders down. Thinking about your pelvis as well. So not, we're all kind of like, stand like gymnastics students sometimes with our bums out. So trying to bring that pelvis under. Build that strength from your feet up. And again, 2 more times, we're going to bring our arms out wide and over our head. So inhale, looking up to your hands, connect your palms. Exhale, drawing those hands to heart centre. Sweep those arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to heart centre. This time we're going to inhale, reach those arms up, keep them up there. Connect those palms, keep your first finger's pointing up and your thumb pointing up, and then interlace the rest of your fingers into your Charlie's Angels, we'll call it, Kali Mudra. So reaching those arms up. And then you're just going to tip that weight over to the right. And then up and over to the left. And then come back to centre. Release your hands by your side. You're just going to gently rest them on your hip. And we're just going to circle our hips. So you might find that you need a little bit of a wider stance here, a bit more stability. But we're literally just like, imagine you're hula hooping. But we're going to do it really slowly and without a hula hoop. But you're going to push baby forward and then sweep that bum back. And again, super slowly, listening to your body. We're just circling our hips round, feeling all those cracks. And then reverse, so sweeping it round, changing direction. With our imaginary hula hoops. It's actually, if you lower the top half of your body, you'll feel the stretches go different parts of your body, down your legs, change direction again. It's a nice one to do when you're like waiting for the kettle to boil. And then come back up to centre. And inhale, reach our arms up overhead. Connect our palms, exhale, draw those hands to heart centre. We're going to take our right foot back behind us, bend our front knee, so our back leg is straight, heel is off the mat, and then we're just going to drop that right knee towards the floor and then lift it slowly back up. So you're just lifting and lowering that back knee, shoulders are dropped, building that strength, just lift and lower that knee. And then this time we're going to lower it all the way to the floor. Untuck your toes so your foot is flat. Inhale, sweep those arms up overhead. And as you exhale, you're going to draw those elbows back behind you, lift your heart. Sweep your arms up in front of you. Inhale as you reach. Excuse me. Exhale, elbows back. One more. Imagine you're scooping up all the energy you need, and then you're drawing it into you and baby. And then you're just going to bring your hands to that knee and push your hips a little bit forward. So you can stay here, and or you can try and draw this heel into your bottom. Reach around, see if you can find that foot. Again, it's balance, or you can use a strap, but it will stretch out that quad nicely. Careful that you don't fall over. So you can draw that heel in. Even if you can't reach it, just keep the hands on the knees and draw that heel into your bottom. You might find that you get a bit of cramp. You might find that you need to sort of move to get hold of that foot. And then gently release that foot. We're straightening that left leg, bringing our weight forward. So if you can, you either get blocks here, or cushions or books, or if you can reach the floor, it might be that you get to a point where baby's not literally giving you any space and you can't quite get to the floor, so you will need that bit of stability. And then you're going to point your toes away, and then draw your toes in towards your body. Point your toes away, and then in towards your body. Feeling that down the back of your leg. One more. And then you're going to bring that weight forward. You're going to bring your right foot through to meet left foot. Reach your arms up over your head, take a nice inhale, connect your palms, exhale, hands to heart centre. Taking that left leg back behind you now. Front knee is bent, hips are facing forward. And then you can bring your hands to your hip, or you can keep your hands to heart centre as you slowly lower that knee towards the ground, don't let it touch, and then lift it back up. Slowly lowering it. And then you're straightening that leg. One more. And then you're going to let it lower all the way down. Untuck your foot so your foot is nice and flat. And then bring your hands to that knee as you push your hips a little bit forward. Now careful that you don't let that knee go over those toes. Still lifting that heart up. Find that stability. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, elbows back behind you, lift that heart. Scooping your hands forward this time. Inhale as you reach. As you reach tall, you'll feel that stretch all the way down the front of your hip flexors. Elbows back, lift that heart. One more, scoop that energy up. And then elbows back. Hands back to that knee. Staying here. If you can, try and draw that heel into your bottom. If you want to, your option is to try and draw your hand one, hand two, hands around to try and grab hold of that foot. Again, you might find that you need to bring your hips back a little bit. It might be that you use a dressing gown cord, and you'll really feel that stretch down the front of your quad. Or you can just stay here, heel into bottom, hands on that knee. Slowly releasing that foot. We're going to straighten that right leg, hands down to the earth, or whatever you've got around you as you fold over that front leg, pointing your toes away from you, drawing those toes in towards your body, pointing them away, and then drawing them in. Try and pull your heart through a little bit as you're doing it, just to allow that back to flatten, and then back. Bending that foot, bringing that weight forward, left foot through to meet right foot. Inhale, sweeping all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to take the right foot back again this time, but both legs are going to be straight. So we're keeping our hips forward, our legs straight. You might find that you need to shuffle your feet forward or back, and you're just going to fold over this front leg. Again, you're going to feel that all in your hamstrings. If you need to hold on to a wall for a bit of stability, you're trying to push bottom away and then just slowly folding over that leg. And then lifting ourselves up. Put a little bend in that left knee. This time we're going to fold forward but lift this back leg as we go. So like we were doing when we were in a tabletop position, we want that leg nice and straight behind us. You can bring your hands to heart center, hips to the wall, slight bend in that left knee as you try and lift that right leg up. Now if you want to hold on to a wall or a block, by all means you can. This is your warrior 3 position, you're balancing. If you can, reach your arms forward. Don't hold your breath. And then slowly connect your palms. Bring your hands to heart center as you draw that right foot through to meet left foot. That left bum cheek said hello. Mine did. So this time, we're going to take that left leg back behind us. Hands onto our hips, finding that foot placement with both legs straight. We're going to fold over that front leg. Now you'll feel that down that right hamstring. Again, you might need a bit of balance here. But as you push your bum away, you're going to feel that stretch the whole of that leg. And then slowly bringing yourself up. This time, as you lift that left heel, you're going to bring a slight bend into that right knee. Try and bring your hands to heart center this time as you lift that back leg off and bring it straight out behind you. Keeping a slight bend in that right knee, finding that balance. If you can, reach your arms forward. You don't have to at all. Connect your palms. And as you bring your hands to heart center, swoop that left leg through to meet right foot. Good work. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more, take that reset. Drop your shoulders. Inhale, swoop those arms up. Connect those palms. Exhale, hands to heart center. 1 more, really trying to open up your chest and reach up nice and tall. And then slowly, you're going to bring your hands all the way down. You bend your knees and bring your hands to the floor. Keeping your knees bent and wide, which will allow space for baby. We're going to see how low we can get down. So our feet are going to be slightly wider. Knees are bent, hands to the floor, and then as you slowly start to bend your knees, you might find your heels start to lift. That's absolutely normal. But we're going to try and stay in this low squat. So if your heels are lifted, you can always bring a jumper underneath your heels. You can stay with your heels lifted, you just might find that it cramps your legs a little bit. Eventually, you want to try and drop your heels so that you're in this Malasana, this yogi squat. And like I say, there was one book I read that was 15, when you're pregnant, 15 squats a day. So here, wherever you are, whether your heels are lifted, whether you're slightly higher, you're going to try and draw your triceps to the inside of your knees. Connect your palms, draw your hands to heart center as you inhale, and that's opening up your knees. Exhale, release your hands forward. Inhale, draw those hands to heart center to try and open up those knees. Again, listen to your body. Release forward. One more. Lift in that chest. Reach forward. And then bringing that weight forward on your hand, you're going to come onto your bottom. It's quite a nice one to practice as you slowly lower in. So if you want to practice dropping your heels, put something underneath your bum or have some support behind you because you don't want to end up falling back. But you can put a couple of books underneath your bottom and practice with that flat foot and keeping those hips nice and wide, flat feet, bit about balance really. So in our seated position, you're going to straighten your right leg, bend your left knee so that your foot is flat, and take a hold of your right hand to your left knee, and then bring your left hand behind you as you gently twist that upper body round. Again, it's as much as baby is going to allow. And then come back to center. Let that left knee drop now. That right leg is straight in front. You might want to draw the heel closer in towards your body, but really try and relax. We're going to fold forward. So you may need to create a little bit of space for bump. But you're going to inhale, reach up, and then fold forward. Your hand position may be under your knee, on your ankle. It doesn't have to be on your foot. Allow that chin to drop, allow that back to curve. Really just melt into that kind of grounding posture. And then slowly curling up. You're going to bring this weight into this left knee. So bring your left hand by your left hip, swing this right arm up, and you're going to push your hips forward. So you're on your left knee, your right foot is on the mat, and you're trying to just reach that right arm up. And then slowly lower. You're going to straighten that left leg now. Bend that right knee, allowing it to come into the body as much as you can. Left hand is almost just going to hold on to that right knee. Right hand behind you, and you're just twisting your upper body round, almost using that knee as a little bit of leverage. So just gently twisting. Coming back to center, drop that knee out to the side. Allow that left leg straight. Find that position as we're going to curl forward, but you're going to reach up first. Really hinge at the hips as you fold over. Finding that hand position wherever it wants to go. It may be on your ankle, on your chin. Again, let that chin drop. Allow that arch of your back melt into that pose. And then slowly bring yourself up. Right hand's going to be right your right hip as we sweep up, push up onto that knee, push our hips forward, Reaching that arm back. Head can either be looking down or looking up, whatever is comfortable on your neck. And then slowly drop your bottom down. Both feet are going to be flat. Knees bent. You're coming into your reverse box. Fingertips are towards your bottom behind you. Chest is lifted. We're going to push into our hips, coming into that reverse tabletop. So as you push your hips up, if your shoulders are tight, you'll feel that. Allow your head to go wherever it's comfortable. So it might be comfortable to drop it back, but you're trying to lift those hips. Careful of your neck. If your shoulders are tight, this will probably be uncomfortable. And then slowly lower those hips down as you draw the soles of your feet together. So this is cobbler's pose. So here again, you need to find what works for you. So it might be that you want your heels further away from your body, heels in towards your body. And we're going to interlace our hands. If you can, get them around your toes. If not, you can just hold on to your ankles. And again, we're going to lift up and over. So you're trying to lift up out of those hips. We're letting our chin drop to our chest. Allowing our shoulders to curl. And almost, if you're using that hold as a little bit of leverage to bring yourself forward. Slowly bringing ourselves up. Soles of the feet flat again, knees bent. Hands are just going to be by our side. We're just going to drop our knees over to the right and turn our heads to the left. Take a nice inhale up and over to the left, head to the right. So you're creating a little bit of a twist in that spine. Again, up and over to the right. Turn that head over to the left. Coming up and over to the left, turn your head down to the right. Bringing yourself back to center and then finding yourself in your Shavasana. So if you can, lay flat. If you're feeling sick and you want to prop yourself up, then by all means do. If you want to lay flat and you're over 30 weeks, you need to be laying on your left-hand side. So allow yourself to be nice and comfortable. Get yourself nice and warm. Closing your eyes. And to start with, just bring that attention and focus to your breath. So try and slow it down. It might have been that throughout the practice you were maybe holding your breath in some places, or your breath got quicker. And just notice the breath, but trying to bring it into a nice, slow, regular pace. As you close your eyes, check that your face is nice and relaxed. Your eyes gently closed. Your jaw, your neck. Just gently drawing attention. Just allow the breath to find its your side. Just allow the surface that's beneath you to take your weight. Allow yourself to feel supported. Just allow your senses to open. Welcome sounds, sensations, touch of air on your skin, the sensations of your body where it touches the surface it's resting on. Notice the feeling of letting go into being at ease throughout your entire body and mind. Bring attention to sensations in your jaw, mouth, eyes, forehead, neck, shoulders, arms, palms, chest, belly, upper and lower back, pelvis, hips, legs, feet. Welcome your entire body as a field of radiant sensation, front and back, left and right sides, inside and out. Welcome your entire body as a radiant field of sensation. Bring attention to the sensation of your body breathing. Just noting, just feeling, without going into thinking. Notice your body breathing. The sensation and feeling of each inhalation and exhalation as it comes and goes. As your body inhales, let your belly, midsection and chest expanding while feeling yourself settling, relaxing and letting go. As your body exhales, note your chest, midsection and belly releasing while feeling yourself settling, relaxing and letting go. If your mind wanders, gently and non-judgmentally bring it back to noting the gentle expanding and releasing of your whole body with each inhalation and exhalation. Notice sensations as your body breathes in and out. Sensations of expanding and releasing with each breath. Continue noting, welcoming and experiencing your body breathing. The sensation of your body expanding and releasing with each breath. Notice your entire body and mind relaxing with each breath. Feeling at ease, peaceful, grounded. Allow each breath to invite in your inner resource of well-being, peace and ease. As your body breathes, just sense the gentle flow throughout your body. Sense a gentle flow of sensation and energy travelling down the front of your body, flowing down through the top of your head, throat, chest, belly, pelvis, legs, feet. With each inhalation, sense a flow of sensation and energy travelling down the front of your body as your body settles ever more deeply into the surface that's supporting you. Notice the circulating current of sensation and energy with each inhalation. Sensation and energy flowing from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Noting the peace and ease and grounded. And again, if your mind does wander, just bring it back to your breath. Breathe into the areas of tension. Allow your body to let go. Allow your body to feel at peace and ease and grounded. Allow every cell in your body to welcome the feeling of well-being with each breath. Your body settling, relaxing, feeling at ease. Just being aware of what's going on around you. Be aware of the sensations, the air, the ground beneath you. If the mountain seems too big today, then climb a hill instead. If the morning brings you sadness, it's okay to stay in bed. If the day ahead weighs heavy and your plans feel like a curse, there's no shame in rearranging. Don't make yourself feel worse. If a shower stings like needles and a bath feels like you'll drown, if you haven't washed your hair for days, don't throw away your crown. A day is not a lifetime. A rest is not defeat. Don't think of it as failure, just a quiet, kind retreat. It's okay to take a moment from an anxious, fractured mind. The world will not stop turning while you get realigned. The mountain will still be there when you want to try again. You can climb it in your own time. Just love yourself till then. Continue noting your breath. Slowly start to bring attention to your fingers and your toes. Just gently moving them, wriggling your wrists in one direction and then the other. Moving your ankles and your feet, flex and point, stretch your toes out, curl them in. And then allow your body to move and fidget as you slowly bring yourself to that awakening feeling. Stretch your arms up over your head, past your ears, like you've just woken up in the morning. And keeping your eyes closed and your movement slow, bring yourself to seated. Into a comfortable position where you can drop your shoulders, you can draw the crown of your head up. And slowly bring hands to baby. Just noting your breath. Mother's breath is baby's breath. Feeling at peace and ease and grounded. Sweep both arms up overhead, connect your palms to seal that energy in, and then draw your hands to heart center. May you feel safe and loved. Slowly bring your thumbs up, that space in between your eyebrows, and then surrender yourself forward. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.